We've had a heck of a run. How long have you been in the car business?
45 years. Started back in April Fool's Day, 1982, selling Porsches and Audis for Mr. Sears at the store I had over there.
That's in Maplewood?
Maplewood.
Wow.
And I called my parents up back then and go, hey, I got a new job. They go, yeah, what are you doing now? I go, I'm selling cars. My mom says, isn't that for people that can't do anything else?
Oh.
But it's been a hell of a run, a lot of fun. You know, this is a fun business that really gets a bad rap. If you come in and if you're willing to just put your head down and go to work, be honest, you can do really well. Give it the time and weed through the different things that come at you. Over all the years, you get all the different vendors, the customers. There's a handful that you can read and they'll treat you right. The amount of people you can meet, it's a great business. When I started working at the Porsche Audi store, I got to know Don because he owned it. And then him and I started going to auctions. And then when he sold that store, he had me come over here. His advice is, what I want you to do, go to work. And he made it simple. He was never a big believer in burying people in meetings or commands. Hey, do your job. And over all the years, they've allowed me to do that. But in Don Sears' mind, hey, if you can't figure this out within 5 minutes, there's something else going on. And they treated me extremely well. I had the opportunity to work with my son and my daughter. Doesn't get any better than that. It's good people.
You've had a very, very unbelievable run and you're very blessed.
Yeah, you know, I really am. And again, the amount of quality people that have worked for us is what made this whole thing simple to make it work. And the other part too, Sean, it's people I've got to know like you over the years that have helped me do way better. To be able to have a friend like you to come along and help and guide and do what's best, not for you, but for your customers and clients like us. So that's what all this stuff is. I've been real lucky.
I don't believe in luck. I believe you created it. I believe you created it by the way you act, the way you lead, the way you live your life. Mike, every time I come over here for years, I have a smile on my face because you come over. Now, we don't always have the greatest meetings because some days are harder than others,
right.
But you're honest, you're direct, and you asked a lot of questions. And that was one of your absolute strengths that you've done better than many, many, many people I've worked with for the years.
That goes back to Mr. Sears. Hey, what about this? What about that? And get an answer, move on. And if you got an answer or if something went wrong, fix it and just move on. Everything's fixable. We're not landing planes or saving lives here.
Yeah.
Again, it's just got to be that simple. Everybody gets to be afraid sometimes to try something because it didn't work. But what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
It's all fixable.
What was the first car you sold?
First car I sold was back in '81. It was a 1972 MGB. Guy and his girlfriend came in the lot, take a look at it. I had no clue. And all I did was show him the car, talk to him a little bit. From there it just started, and the relationships from the customers you got to meet. So that was the first car. It was a blast.
What was the craziest car you ever sold?
God, you know, we had some old classics, some old Camaros that were all hopped up. You know, you get into the Ferraris, the Porsches. We had one Porsche that 911 Turbo, black 87, chrome wheels with little purple. Sold that car 5 times.
Wow.
Sold it, took it back on trade, sold it. So that was one of the more interesting ones we've done over all the years.
Let's talk marketing for a second. Think about how it's changed in all your years. Remember, it used to be just television, newspaper, radio?
Yep.
What advice would you have, to win in this game now?
I used to be able to write ad copy, go on the paper, and we'd sell all sorts of cars. It has totally changed. And for anybody in the business now, you need to know a little bit, but they need to find a Sean Stapleton somewhere to say, hey, look, here's what this means. Because we're going to know so little to be dangerous. You need somebody that can help guide you. We didn't care about AI a year and a half ago. Now it's taken over. And our whole thing is sell cars and fix cars. You need a partner and somebody you can trust to help you get past that and get over that hurdle.
And hopefully we've been, over the years, been able to help you with that.
You guys have done a phenomenal job. We did get to the #1 Mercedes store.
Nice job, buddy. Proud of you.
It was hard work. It was a lot of push, but a lot of it came through on the marketing aspect, advice on how to do these things, and we couldn't have done it without you. No bullshit about it. That's what helped push us over the edge.
That's got to feel great. And it's your swan song, but you're going out number one.
That's going to be the number one. And back in 17, 18, 19, and 20, we were the number one used Mercedes store in the central region, which went from Denver all the way across to Ohio down to St. Louis, so included Chicago, all of them. We were the number one used Mercedes-Benz dealer, and it's too bad Mr. Sears wasn't alive, but I just loved every bit about it.
I think he was watching.
Yeah, probably was.
I know this might get a little emotional, but what would you have for messages for your kids?
You know, I'm very fortunate, and work hard. Work hard, be honest, share. Plus more. I got really good kids. They work for me. Well, Neil's been here 20 years. Kelly was almost the same. They had it worse than the other employees because I held them a little bit different standard. But they worked hard. And it got to the point when Mr. Sears was diagnosed with cancer, we sat down and talked. And I went in and thanked him for all the years allowing me to work here and for my family. And then he looked at me kind of funny. He goes, "What are you thanking me for?" He goes, "Mike, you did all this. Like about my kids." He goes, "You're harder than kids than anybody else. They worked harder than anybody else, and they deserved everything." And he says, "We as a family are the benefactors." Doesn't get any better than that.
If you were going to leave a message to your employees here, which all think you walk on water, and I think one way to judge people is by looking at what other people say about you when you're not in the room, and people say wonderful things about them, what message would you like them to take away from your experience here and the leadership you had?
You know, the biggest thing is listen. Listen to what your fellow employees have to say or managers. Think before you react. And realize, you know, it's the fellows around you, people around you that make it work. Your servant's coat should be bigger than your ego. And it all works out. We're all here, nobody's better than anybody else. And just try to find a way to help one another.
Now you're going to retire.
Yep.
I don't know if that's going to work for you, but I'm going to wish you well with it.
Well, you know, at 70, it's probably time to pull the plug. And my wife has pulled everything and kept it all together. And it's just time to enjoy different things. I got great grandkids. Just spend the time together, find out other things you like, and volunteer or help out where you can.
See, that's that heart of gold you got to keep shining no matter what you do, bud. I believe today's your last day, I think. Right? I think they took your key.
Yep.
You know, probably got another one yet somewhere. You're welcome back anytime.
Yeah.
But what would you like to see on the video 1 year from now? What's the advice that you want to give Mike?
Enjoy the new chapter. Find the ways to enjoy what's in front of you and focus on the here and now. Just don't be worried about 6 months from now or what future project you have. Just focus on what's here and now.
Just make me one promise. You're not going to be the guy in the left-hand lane going slow because you got nowhere to go.
No, you better just get out of the way.
Yeah. Good job. I'm proud of you, bud.
Sean, I
You had an
appreciate
awesome
it, man.
run.
It's been a lot of fun, and people like you have made it great, and everything around me. So I am blessed.
Thanks for everything you've done.
Thank you.
God bless.